Alright, so I'm back with another video, and no, it's not Jaws 3. I gotta rewatch Jaws 3 again. Probably gonna watch it again during the week, and then when I rewatch it and tape my notes, I'll do a video then. But I'm actually gonna cover. I'm not doing Jaws Revenge either, because I've already covered Jaws Revenge on this channel years ago, and I really don't want to sit through it again because it's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. So yeah, if you want to see my thoughts on Jaws Revenge, you'll have to go back through the backlog of videos going back like 4 years ago. So I'm actually going to talk about a movie that I watched tonight. And I actually saw this movie in theaters. And I did read the book that came out a couple years before. I didn't remember all that much about the book when I saw it in theaters. I was a little young for it. But I saw it in theaters with my buddy, and we both really liked it. And I'd seen it a few times after theaters, and rewatched it again tonight with my fiance, and she said it was alright. I don't think this is really her kind of movie. But the movie tonight is I Am Number 4, which is a sci-fi teen high school-ish kind of movie. I really like I Am Number 4. And this movie has a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, when I don't think it deserves that. I think it at least deserves a 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, if anything. It should be considered fresh, because this is actually a really good movie. I really like this movie a lot. And, well, I guess we'll go into why I really liked it. So, the acting in this movie. Well, actually, let's go about the story first, rather. The story is basically these aliens are on the run from these other aliens that they're at war with, and they look like, these ones that they're at war with, they kind of look like the vampires from 30 Days of Night a little bit. They are kind of intimidating looking. They did a good job there. And they're on the run from them, and it's these aliens. They're named by numbers. This one specifically is number 4, hence the name I Am Number 4. And they get to Ohio, and this guy's played by Alex Pettyfer, he did a really good job, and his guardian is played by Timothy Olyphant, who is a really good actor as well. I really like him. But he kind of lands here and gets into high school and whatnot, and kind of decides he wants to live a normal life like a normal high school kid, and falls in love with a girl, but they can't because they're on the run from this very hostile group of aliens. But he makes friends and falls in love with this girl, and it's actually a really good story. I'm a sucker for these kind of cheesy high school love stories. These cheesy love stories in general. Like I said, I'm a huge Attack of the Clones fan. Now, this is not quite as cheesy as Attack of the Clones, I will say. And I'm saying this as somebody that has Attack of Clones as his second favorite Star Wars film in the franchise behind Revenge of the Sith. I know, guns and fucking put down your torches and pitchforks and machine guns. But I Am Number 4 does a really good job of keeping us invested in the love story. Like I said, it's a little cheesy. There's actually a little logical error later in the film. Spoilers if you haven't seen the film. That there's a logical where there's like a big fight going on outside, and they're too busy inside this room trying to, like, when they soak photos and hang them up and whatnot to get them to form on the thing. I don't know what you would call that. While there's this big fight going on out there, they're too busy doing that and getting all lovey-dovey. And that's pretty stupid to do, but it's fine. It doesn't hurt the movie for me. But, yeah, the story went over that. The characters are all really, really likable in this movie. Like I said, Alex Pettyfer plays this. John Smith is his alter ego, I guess, but his real name is Number 4. Does a really good job in this movie. He's a very likable character, and I actually like this actor. I've seen this actor in other stuff as well, and I think that he's a pretty talented actor. It sucks that he didn't really get. There were supposed to be more sequels, or a sequel to this movie, and I kind of feel bad for him, because I kind of feel like with this he kind of deserved his own film series. But yeah, Alex Pettyfer was really good in this movie, and Timothy Olyphant he's awesome as always as his guardian. And then you get what is her name? I can't remember. Teresa Palmer's in this movie too. You know, the girl from Lights Out, and she was in Hacksaw Ridge as well. I can't remember her number. Well, she was number 6. Yeah, she was number 6. I forgot I wrote it down. She plays number 6, and you don't see a lot of her till the end, but she is a total fucking badass in this movie. I would even say that this is probably in my top 3 roles for her. Probably the second behind her and Hacksaw Ridge being her first best role. And then he has the other girl that he's in love with, the one he meets in school, and she was previously with the guy who plays the shithead from Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief. That guy and his little group of jock bullies who are into football and whatnot. And then you get, I think his name's Sam, whose father was actually involved in with these aliens, the good aliens. And that's what caused his. I don't remember if they killed his father or whatnot, but he's kind of important to the story. And like I said, I don't know what happens with that character in the books. I didn't read any of the books past the first one, but yeah, that character Sam is very important to the story. And like I said, the drama, the love drama and whatnot. I'm a sucker for cheesy love stories, like I said. But the story outside of that, with the whole war with the aliens and whatnot, in my opinion, is done really well. I definitely was more pleased with the way it was done this time watching it than I had been any other time watching it. It was definitely a lot of fun. And the movie is paced really well. There's not a whole lot of action in the second act of the movie. That's because, you know, there's a lot of people probably won't like that because there's a lot of people that like mindless action, plotless action, when I like story in my movies a lot of the time. This movie gives us some story in the second act. So I don't mind the lack of action throughout the second act of the film. So I think it's very, very well balanced action and story, whereas a lot of people like just plotless action that has no plot whatsoever, just action, 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 action. And that can be fun sometimes when there's not really much going on other than shit blowing up, or so that stuff can be visually appealing. I do like story in movies. And I guess I kind of value this as being an action movie that's more centered around story and not as much in action. So I definitely really appreciate that. Now, the action scenes in general, like the way the action, especially the third act battle, is fucking badass. They got laser guns, and like I said, these aliens, they start, whenever they get to be like the teenage variety, they start developing these powers that are really fucking cool, and they're like these legacy powers, and they don't know what powers they're gonna get, and they kind of just all discover them on a whim. They just arbitrarily discover them. And like there's a scene where he's discovering his powers in the middle of this boring class where they're showing this really boring presentation, and he fucking takes off. He takes off and goes and hides in the janitor's closet, whatnot, and actually gets people to believe that it was just him pulling a prank with a flashlight. Like, that was really funny. There's some good humor in this movie too. Some flaws, like I said, there's a couple logic issues, and well, there is a little bit of rough dialogue, and most of the thing is it doesn't bother me because some of the rough dialogue comes from Timothy Olyphant's character, but Timothy Olyphant delivers it in a way where it's not as bad as what it could have been, because Timothy Olyphant, you can tell he came to work on this movie. He brought it in this movie, and I hated, spoiler, when his character met his demise. Really did not appreciate that too much, but I mean, I appreciate it. I just wish he'd stuck around a little longer. And the dog. So this dog pretty much shows up to protect number 4. He's this cute little beagle, and like I said, immediately became attached to this dog because I'm a dog lover. But then when this dog gets pissed off and wants to get defensive towards I Am Number 4, he turns into this big hulking beast and ends up getting into a fight with one of the monsters that I guess was created or brought with the bad aliens. I don't remember what they were called. But, and I guess the way to keep this thing fed, there's actually a scene where these bad aliens go into a grocery store and buy, like, 30 butterball turkeys and stand in there just feed this monster all these butterball turkeys. That was quite funny. Like I said, good humor. But, the dog character, like I said, he was a very, like I said, I'm a dog lover, so I own dogs. I like cats, too. I used to own a cat, but, like I said, any dog character can win me over. But, yeah, no, I think I Am number 4. I spoiled this movie a little bit. I will put that in the disclaimer. I'm not going to go too in-depth about it because it is getting late. I am getting a little tired, and I've done 3 videos now today. Definitely, if you ever get the chance to watch I Am number 4, and if you can look past the fact that it's teen, like, it's a teen movie and whatnot, it's a really fun, really good action film that I think people could really enjoy. If you can just look past the cheesy teenage, high school love story stuff, this is actually a really good movie. And I wish this movie got more appreciation than it actually gets. But, that's just my personal opinion. I am notorious for liking movies that people hate. I don't know why I'm like that. I just like a lot of movies that people despise for whatever reason. So, yeah, definitely check out I Am number 4 if you haven't. And if you guys watch it or if you guys have seen it, let me know what you think about it. And let me know what you think about this video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.